Howdy. Today is February 17th. It's about 4:39 on the West Coast. I'm in Santa Monica, California, right here at the beach. And I had, see this little thing on my neck here. It's the bandage for a biopsy that was done this morning, and won't have the results for another week, but I'm alive, and it went as well as could be, I guess. Had to use a local anesthetic, so I was fully awake for having the needle jabbed into my neck, and that was pretty painful, but that's the way it goes. They've scheduled a PET scan for the 25th, which is I think it's a week. It's either a week from today or a week from tomorrow, and so we'll know. I have a consultation the next day, the 26th. So all the results of all the tests will come in. Oh, and I don't have COVID, so that's a good thing. That COVID test I did last week, so that I could get this what you call it done, this biopsy done. Apparently turned up negative, so which is, it's good to know that you don't have COVID. So it's looking like, in case you haven't been following along too well, I'll just a quick recap. September of 2019, I was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma. For 4 months, I tried to boost my immune system, thinking that I'd be able to beat it myself. And I started a shamanic journey to try to get down to the spiritual reasons and behind it all. And then it became apparent that after a phone consultation I had with one of the leading researchers into squamous cell carcinoma, that of what the biological cause of this cancer was, it was made clear to me that there was absolutely no way that my immune system was going to be able to take care of it on its own, because the DNA of the virus was fused with the DNA of my throat cells, and so it was virtually invisible. And at that point, this doctor said, I've treated 10,000 patients with this, and if you choose not to do the allopathic treatments, the chemoradiation that's being recommended, I'll support you. There have certainly been a few people of those patients that have chosen that path, and I wish you well if that's what you choose to do. And I asked him, all right, so of the 10,000 people you've treated, how many of them, what kind of outcomes did they get? He said, they're all dead. So I was like, he said, if you're thinking about the treatment there's no point in waiting. You're not gonna gain anything by putting it off at all. And that was kind of like the deciding factor. That, and a couple of my doctor friends, Brian, calling me up and saying the same exact thing that the doctor that diagnosed it said, the same phrase. They said, the good thing is that the research is clear, that with the chemo and radiation, the cancer will just melt away. I thought it was so amazing. It's like they were reading from the same script. The cancer will just melt away. And last year, when I was going through the treatment, I started the treatment on February 12th. So last week I posted one of these videos on the 12th at 12:12. At 2:12, and kind of letting people know it was up. And I said I would, when I finished the biopsy, I'd post another one. So this would be that. So I started the treatment on the 12th last year, February 12th, and that was the first infusion, chemo infusion. I did 2 chemo infusions, and I did about 2.5 weeks of radiation at 200 units a day. And then I actually, following my own intuition, I stopped doing the infusions. Stopped doing the radiation, which I'm really glad that I did, because it felt like my intuition was just telling me that I needed to stop it. Anyway, by June, on June 10th, I was declared cancer-free. And so what was going on? When we started the treatment, what was happening, what I had going on was I had a tumor the size of my thumb on my tonsil in the back of my mouth. And I had a second cancer site. There are 4 lymph nodes right here. And 3 of them, the top 3, is one in the front, 2 behind it, and 1 below it. Those 3 lymph nodes, 3 of the 4 were as big as a jumbo-sized egg when we started treatment. And I responded really well to the chemo. That tumor in the back of my throat was gone in 11 days, the first 11 days, before I even started the radiation. But they irradiated me anyway, and I ended up, it took another couple of months for the active cancer sites within those lymph nodes to completely disappear. And that was the last time, June was the last time I did a PET scan. So we're going to have another one next week to confirm and basically make sure and see if the cancer is spread anywhere else in my body. Like I said last week, I don't think that it has. This mass that's in there right now is in the 4th lymph node, the one that wasn't cancerous last time. So, and it's not nearly as large as what was going on before. So we're starting early. We're being very aggressive, because this cancer can be very aggressive. And they haven't said anything about the treatment yet, but if it's the same thing, then the sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. It'll most likely be the same chemo. And as far as radiation, if radiation is required, I would would probably opt for doing proton therapy instead of the radiation that blankets that whole part of my body, like they did last time, from here to here, and killed all my taste buds. But the proton therapy is more targeted. It's like using a laser beam, and it's what they use to do. They use it a lot on prostate cancers. So that's what's up. Once again, I feel pretty healthy otherwise. Even though that right now my neck kind of hurts because somebody stuck a needle in it today. I don't recommend this to anybody, by the way, in case you were thinking about it. You're like, well, maybe I'll see about sticking a needle in my neck. I don't think you should do that. Just, if you can learn from somebody else's experience, I don't recommend it. The only reason we did it with a topical anesthesia today was because they were like, you need to have somebody drive you home. And I was like, I live in a van. Home is a van, and there's no home to drive. You just walk out to the parking lot and I'm home, But they were like, no, for legal reasons, we, it's either that or we use a topical. I was like, well, then we're going to have to use a topical. Which I'm also really glad I did instead of their anesthesia, because it includes some sort of anxiety medicine or something like that. I don't need that, I don't need that kind of psychic intrusion, so to speak. So anyway, that's what's up. Got a week to try to find some sky to jump into before I have to be back here in LA. Yeah, so maybe a hot spring although I can't bathe till tomorrow because there's a hole in my neck. I don't want to get any infection going, but that's what's new with David. So I will, of course, post another video on this topic. I have a YouTube channel that I started last year called Life-o-the-Artist David Alexander English, or DA English, or DAE, and I post, stuff that has to do with this journey, and that's where this video is going. So I'll post another one probably on the 26th, because I'll have more information after having my consultation on the 26th with the doctor that's ordered all these tests. So at that point, I'm expecting her to refer my case to the oncology department, and hopefully within a week or two after that, we can start treatment again and get on top of this thing. And I'm guessing because the last time there was so much more cancer, the 2 active cancer sites, this time, and they had ordered 4 infusions. I'm guessing it may just be 2 infusions, which is they're usually 3 weeks apart. So in theory, I could be done with, the actual infusions before the end of March. And I don't know about the radiation. I don't know what that's something I would have to do more research on. I'm guessing it wouldn't be as much radiation, because it can't be, because I've had so much before. But as it was discussed back then, when I stopped the radiation, one of the benefits of stopping the radiation is that I would have, because your body remembers how much you've had, and you can only have so much before it starts to kill you. One of the benefits of having stopped it is that I kind of like saved my ammo in case I had to do another round. So here we are on the cusp of potentially needing to do another round, and I can, I could take at least another 5,000 units. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. And so fire trucks. Hey. Okay, so let me wind this up with my favorite part, which is the love beam. This is me beaming love at you, such as it is. Have a night.